The Kansas City Chiefs tight end joined the Lover singer in Sydney on Thursday, ahead of her blockbuster Eras Tour outing there. Kelce touched down in Australia after he played a round of golf in Las Vegas, hopped a private jet in Los Angeles on Wednesday, and made a quick pit stop in Hawaii. That's a nearly 8,000-mile trip for those keeping track at home. Yes, that's even more than the pop superstar's storied trip to Las Vegas from Tokyo earlier this month to watch Kelce win his third Super Bowl. Swift flew 6,000 miles practically overnight to catch the big game, after wrapping her tour stops in Japan on February 10th. And it didn't faze her, because, as she told her properly shocked man on the field, jet lag is a choice. And she caught a lot of heat for that comment too. A fan holds a sign for Taylor Swift and Kansas City Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce before the NFL Super Bowl 58 football game between the Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers, Sunday, February 11, 2024, in Las Vegas. Aerial footage provided to by Channel 7 Australia showed Kelce emerging from a Bombardier private jet and entering a van in Sydney on Thursday. He was joined by his teammate Ross Travis, who shared a shot of the Australian coastline from inside the aircraft on Instagram. Among the A-list couple's first outings, a trip to the Sydney Zoo, which Swift had visited sans boyfriend the day before. According to Australia media, the couple visited the zoo for a private tour and were photographed hand-feeding a kangaroo and snapping selfies in between assorted PDA. Swift, who has been publicly linked to Kelce since September, hasn't really showcased their relationship on social media, but notably posted her first TikTok featuring her boyfriend accidentally going clubbing with their parents in Las Vegas. The day after his team's victory over the San Francisco 49ers, Swift arrived in Melbourne last week, following a stopover in Honolulu. Not surprisingly, the newly minted Chief superfan was photographed sporting a KC victory hat when she arrived. She was joined by her Eras Tour opener Sabrina Carpenter, ahead of her boyfriend's arrival, had dinner at the swanky Pellegrino 2000, and visited Accor Stadium on Wednesday, the Olympic Stadium where she'll perform 4 back-to-back shows. Starting Friday. That globe hopping has not been going unnoticed either, especially after Taylor's jet watch made headlines ahead of the Super Bowl. Incidentally, the musician is in the middle of a war of words with a college student, precisely tracking her private jet as she travels around the world for business and pleasure. The "You Need to Calm Down" singer sent a cease and desist letter to Jack Sweeney in December, alleging that the University of Central Florida student engaged in stalking and harassing behavior. His attorney, James Slater, responded last month, saying that Sweeney is no credible threat to Swift, rebuffed stalking claims, and asserted that Swift's camp cited no law to support their demand. On Monday, Slater told TMZ that he and his partners didn't see a realistic legal path for Swift to take if she wanted to press the issue, but the suits can deal with that. Meanwhile, the 34-year-old returned to Australia in said jet last week to perform 3 shows at Melbourne Cricket Ground, where she notched her biggest audience of the tour yet. 96,000 on February 16. "This is the biggest show that we have done on this tour or any tour I have ever done," the anti-hero singer told the crowd in the sold-out stadium. "That's the version you get of me tonight, the version that's completely starstruck by the fact that so many of you wanted to hang out with us on a Friday night in Melbourne." The 14-time Grammy Award winner, who has become the subject of many a college course, and her Melbourne outings coincided with a Swiftposium in the city, an academic conference where scholars converge to discuss the economic impact and other implications of Swift's popularity. Swift's tour, the first to earn more than $1 billion, and its corresponding Swiftonomics, have been a boon to the local economies it passes through since